Hypothetically, let's say that we bought a 1TB Western Digital Blue SN550 NVMe M.2 drive. An NVMe drive communicates with the rest of the PC system throughout the PCI Express bus instead the SATA bus. Thus, it has the capacity to be way faster than the traditional SATA SSD drives. But how much faster? According to the official Western Digital site, the NVMe drive we bought is up to 4 times faster than the SATA SSD drives, with read speeds up to 2600 MB per second and write speeds up to 1950 MB per second. The above numbers are based on the Crystal Disk Marc 7.0.0F benchmark using 1TB data. And indeed, running our own benchmark using 1TB data, the read and write speeds are more or less similar to Western Digital claims. In fact, the 1TB Western Digital NVMe drive is a little bit more than 4 times faster compared with the 500GB Kingston SATA SSD drive. But what happens if we use a larger load of data, for example 32TB instead of 1TB? In this case, the resulted write speeds are disappointing and even lower than SATA SSD drive. This is what the product specifications of SSD manufacturers don't tell to their potential customers. The reason why this happens is because our NVMe drive uses a NAND flash chip that, when its cache memory is filled up with data, then the performance drops dramatically. You will ask, how does this affect the end customer? If you are using your computer for everyday tasks like internet browsing, office productivity, or even heavy gaming, you will never notice a performance drop. On the other hand, if you are a content creator or use your system for heavy data analysis and move huge files a lot, then the performance drop will be more than notable. To make things even worse, the original model of Western Digital Blue SN550 that been launched on August of 2020, promoted and tested by dozens of tech sites and YouTube channels, having a different, better type of NAND flash memory. Thus, the initial benchmarks have different numbers compared to today's results under test conditions with large amount of data transfers. It seems at some point Western Digital decided to change the flash memory without notifying the end customer or the tech community, and even today the product specification on Western Digital site are very vague and in part misleading. Unfortunately, this bait and switch type of sale isn't only Western Digital's common tactic. Other well-known companies like Samsung, Crucial, ADATA, Kingston, PNY have committed the same misleading practice against their customers. When a customer is attracted by the advertisement of a high-value performance item at a great price, when the tech sites and YouTubers are tricked with misleading product samples, but the end product is something in part or totally different compared with the advertised product, then, in my village, we call this scam. Of course, all these news have been exposed several months ago by some very reputable tech sites. The problem is that very few potential customers know about this, and we as tech community should bring more awareness to the public. And you, as a viewer of my channel, should also be more aware about hitting the subscription button if you haven't done it yet. Furthermore, please click on the bell button to be notified first for every new upcoming video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.